brand new Toonami, but the mission objectives remain the same. My name is Tom. I'm the new Moltar. Welcome aboard the Ghost Planet Spaceship Absolution, Cartoon Network's first and only interstellar broadcast and exploration vehicle. I'll give you the tour later. From this day forward, she is completely responsible for all Toonami transmissions. I'm taking you guys into the new millennium. No big changes now, same show, same attitude. New place to do it, new guy to do it with. I'm not gonna waste any more time, let's get back into it. Later.
Toonami needs your help. Help us choose which of these three designs should become the new engine for our ship. The Talon ST, the Vermeer Mark IV, or the Harper GT88. Watch Toonami starting Monday for the toll-free number, or go to Toonami.com to cast your vote. Everyone who votes can enter for a chance to win one of 5 trips to the birthplace of anime, Japan, where they'll get an inside look at how their favorite shows and video games are made. Pretty sweet. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Toonami was in trouble. And you answered the call. You voted on the best new engine for the Absolution. And here it is. What a beauty. Now, we head off to make repairs. But don't worry, she'll sail again soon. Stay tuned to see if you've won a trip to Japan.
Thanks.
Here's the moment you've all been waiting for. These 5 lucky grand prize winners won a trip to Japan. Jake, Boston, Michigan. Eric, Redmond, Oregon. Melissa, Miami, Florida. Christine, Los Angeles, California. Darnell, Palmdale, California. Are all going to the land of the rising sun. Good work, thanks to everyone who entered.
Something is invading Toonami.
Intruder alert.
Your hosts Tom and the Absolution are in for the fight of their lives.
I'm going out there.
And in the end, only one will be left standing. The Intruder, a week-long Toonami event where you can go online and affect the outcome. Today, 4 to 7 p.m., only on Cartoon Network. The Intruder has arrived.
Tom, please be careful.
Tom must enter the depths of the Absolution to investigate. What lies in wait for him? Tune in and find out. Don't miss part 2 of The Intruder, a week-long interactive event where you affect the outcome. Today, 4 to 7 p.m. Only Toonami. Today on The Intruder.
Tom?
Tom is in trouble.
Hey, will you get me a jetpack out here?
Meanwhile, the Intruder slowly takes over the ship. Can anything stop it? Tune in and find out. Don't miss part 3 of The Intruder, a week-long interactive event where you affect the outcome. Today, 4 to 7 p.m. Only Toonami. Today on The Intruder, Tom prepares to confront the Intruder again. In the darkness, he makes a desperate last stand. Can he save the Absolution and himself? Tune in and find out. Don't miss part 4 of The Intruder, a week-long interactive event where you affect the outcome. Today, 4 to 7 p.m. Only Toonami. Tom is dead. The Absolution needs a new hero. Enter Tom 2. Desperate times demand desperate measures. Don't miss part 5 of The Intruder, a week-long interactive event where you affect the outcome. Today, 4 to 7 p.m. Only Toonami. Something is invading Toonami. Your hosts Tom and the Absolution are in for the fight of their lives. And in the end, only one will be left standing. The Intruder a week-long Toonami event where you can go to Toonami.com and affect the outcome. All next week, 4 to 7 p.m., only on Cartoon Network. A week-long Toonami event where you affect the outcome. Wait for it. Only on Cartoon Network.
We've all been angry before.
Bring it on!
Some of us let it go, some don't.
This whole planet's going up in smoke!
There's nothing wrong with being angry, it's all in how you deal with it.
Don't tell me I'm crazy.
Right now, I have a city to destroy.
Anger can be a motivational tool.
Stop whining and let's get back to work.
Rage can hold you back. Vegeta is a perfect example of a rageaholic. He can't let go, so he stays angry for a long time.
Enough small talk, let's get to it.
When Piccolo deals with this, it helps him focus. That's what makes him so dangerous.
We're here for a reason.
The trick is not to let your anger fester.
Big shot, huh?
You have to turn it into something positive.
I've got to keep pushing Gohan because I know he can reach a new level before they get here.
Otherwise, you'll never learn from your mistakes and be angry forever. Later. There's no substitute for guts.
We've got to stand up to him. What?
I'm talking about gumption, bravery, courage. Courage means having the strength to resist opposition, danger, or hardship.
My dad taught me not to be scared of bullies like you.
It can be a lot of things. Sticking by your friends can take courage.
We stick together through thick and through thin, am I right? All right.
Being yourself takes courage. Think of any of your favorite heroes. They have courage in spades.
I know the odds are against me, but if there's a way to win, I'm gonna find it.
Even some of the bad guys have it. But most don't. Size isn't a factor. Neither is strength.
I couldn't have won this one without you. Thanks, Enzo.
It can't be measured except in actions, so you gotta let your actions speak for you. Take it easy for now. Store up that courage, you never know when you're gonna need it.
I'll never give up.
Like to think you're an artist, don't you?
An artist of great talent, unappreciated by those around her.
Lucky for you, Toonami supports creativity.
I like being unique.
Sometimes going through your letters, we get little presents, like these.
Check it out.
Wow!
Wow.
Magnificent.
Amazing.
Mr. Popo and I are both very pleased with them. Truly.
We like presents, and got to thinking, how about more?
Your turn.
The last Friday of every month, we're putting the best drawings of your favorite Toonami characters on the air. Just send a picture to the address on your screen. If you're lucky, you'll see it on TV. Like these.
Look at that.
Man, he's good. Yeah.
Isn't it awesome?
I loved it.
It's ripping.
Cool. Oh, wait, cool.
Go for it.
Time to go to work.
Good luck.
Carpe diem, baby. Have you ever been experienced?
What?
Experience is something you can only learn through time. There are no shortcuts.
Boot camp is about to begin.
It means learning lessons and applying them.
I figured it out. I know what we have to do.
It's something a lot of people overlook. They shouldn't. Master Roshi is a good example. He's a little old, so his enemies underestimate him. But he's got experience on his side. That makes him tougher than they think.
You want to see how tough I am?
With time, all things come to fruition. New talents are revealed, new skills learned, old ones mastered. The true master lets time teach the lessons and never forgets what he learned. Those who don't are doomed to failure. So keep it real.
Impressive demonstration.
Kids love it.
Heads up! There's a new millennium on the way and you've got a decision to make. You gonna be like everyone else, or are you gonna forge your own path? Be your own person, an individual.
Have faith in yourself.
Webster's says individuality is a total character distinguishing an individual from others.
Go for it, girl.
You know, somebody who stands out from the crowd, who's a little different.
Yes, I like being unique.
Could be hair, clothes, just a different outlook.
From this point on, there's no looking back.
An individual takes responsibility for their actions and refuses to let anyone tell them what to do.
I'm sorry, but I've always been me.
Being yourself isn't always easy. Sometimes you gotta take some licks.
What a joke you are, Sailor Moon. You're a complete loser. This is jealous.
But in the long run, it's the only thing that makes you who you are. Don't ever give it up.
Can't just give up because things aren't the way we want them to be.
I'm out of here.
Kids love it.
Every weekday until August 22nd, Toonami brings you the Big Heavy Giveaway. 50 winners daily, and you could be one. Watch for the 1-800 number, then call it. Don't say we never gave you anything. You always hate doing things like this. Believe me, it was a tough decision. But you have to do what's best for the team. The Thundercats have been released.
No, I have to stay.
Come home, Chitara. But we've brought back a Hall of Famer.
All are assembled at the Hall of Justice.
Sailor Moon will continue to lead off at 4 o'clock.
Don't move! I'm Sailor Moon! We're gonna chew you up and spit you out!
Now battling second, playing the 4:30 slot, are the classic heroes of the Super Friend.
He's gonna fire that laser beam at us.
Goodbye forever. For major offensive support, Dragon Ball Z stays in the 5 o'clock position. And the anchor, our cleanup man, is still Johnny Quest at 5:30. Purists may have some trouble adjusting, but trust me, you'll be pleased with the results.
All we've got to do now is follow it. Crazy.
It's time to talk about an unpleasant subject.
Everyone sometimes gets real steamed at their parents. They seem too harsh or unsympathetic.
Most parents have a hard time keeping the rug clean. But some parents' responsibilities are even more involved. Think of it as field training a child.
Think you can stay out of trouble for 10 minutes?
It's not what they're eating, but what's eating them. Evil warlords, desperate criminals, or occasional booby trap. The Quests have it down to a science.
Tell that egghead dad of yours I think he did a pretty swell job of raising him.
Goku's approach isn't as cerebral. Still works, though.
Ever since you've been playing with your father's friends, it's been nothing but trouble.
Oh, go easy on him, Chi-Chi.
You be quiet, Goku.
It takes a special person to let their child go in harm's way. A special kid, too. So let your parents know how tough it could be. Just don't tell them I told you. Sailor Moon will continue in a moment. Toonami's got a new house, new host. Change is in the air.
Sailor soldiers, we must fight together.
But for now, Sailor Moon kicks off at 4. Reboot throws us into gear at 4:30. It ends now. Dragon Ball Z brings the pain at 5 o'clock.
Don't ever try to stop me. Those two guys were monsters, not men.
The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest confounds the masses at 5:30. What?
It's up to us to stop you.
Don't underestimate me. Take this.
Sailor Moon now continues. You're watching Sailor Moon. Reboot is next.
Do not provoke me further. It is by my will alone you survive this encounter.
Reboot will be back in a moment. Never. Now, back to Reboot.
From this point on, there's no looking back.
You're watching Dragon Ball Z.
What is your mission, Gohan?
To prepare for the sands! To fight!
The real adventures of Johnny Quest are next.
It's only a matter of time before Quest is completely mine.
The real adventures of Johnny Quest start now.
I hate computer games, sir.
The real adventures of Johnny Quest will continue in a moment.
Thank you.
The real adventures of Johnny Quest now continue. We promised a party at 99. It starts here.
I'm gonna whip your butt.
At 4 o'clock, Sailor Moon gets her engines going.
Right.
Reboot keeps the pace at 4:30.
Let's get busy!
Dragon Ball Z cranks it up a notch at 5 o'clock.
Let's turn up the heat!
Solid.
And the real adventures of Johnny Quest crash the car at 5:30. Questions? The future is uncertain. Toonami's not taking any chances. The Sailor Scouts back the winning team at 4.
You wanna see action? I'll give it to you.
Reboot goes the distance at 4:30. Dragon Ball Z brings it home at 5.
You should know better than to oppose Vegeta. You're not going anywhere!
At 5:30, all bets are off. It's the real adventures of Johnny Quest. Got that? 3 years ago, my friends at Cartoon Network had a great idea. Combine the finest action cartoons with the fattest beats in computer animation. Now we're taking another important step forward. The Internet. We're excited to announce Toonami.com. Check the new Blue Falcon and Dynamite Cybercomics. Get some downloadables, even little icons of me. Thanks, Toonami faithful. You make all this possible. Rest assured, the best is yet to come.
How was that for a dramatic entrance? Now here's the pitch.
Every weekday at 5, Cartoon Network is building you a better cartoon show. We call it Toonami.
It's showtime!
Our heroes are stronger.
I bet you're not ready for this!
The villains more ruthless.
Use any means necessary.
And the beats are much fatter.
We have the technology.
The finest action cartoons ever made. All in one spaceship.
Are you insane? How do you see the vision?
Still every weekday, 5 to 7 on Cartoon Network. And this summer, the revolution breaks out a little earlier on Kids WB. Don't sleep on it. Only Toonami.